You're in Braves country. Drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes?
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub cup. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop. All throughout Braves country, pop that top! Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through
time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live as the Braves are on the road. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside, get set for what should be a great day on Braves Country Radio. We'll go through the lineups today as the game moves along. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the country club. Thank you to all the country club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good afternoon, Braves Country. All right. Welcome into, according to Jason, today, I believe it's 14 different radio stations, so welcome in. And we do something called roll call for those of y'all who are not familiar with it. So that's what you'll be hearing as we're doing a little bit of roll call here on Braves Country Radio. See who we got kicking in here tonight, this afternoon, I should say. See how far to let me scroll back. All right, starts off with, let me go all the way to the top this time, I believe. Good to see you, Braden Quinn. We got country club members George Pearson, Tree Nug. Good to see you, Jameson Taylor. We got country club members Scooby Dooby Doo, John. CT Christopher Townsend.
You're in Braves country.
I see what I did. Hit the wrong one. We're changing some things up slightly.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? You're in Braves country.
I see Royal PETA, John. Good to see you, Jen J. Country club members Royal PETA and John. We already got Tree Nug. Tim Panels is in here. Timmy. Kenneth Clark is in here today. Justin Green. George Pearson. I think we got Neil Pearson in here as well. Liam Jackson. Country club member Willis Mathis. What you talking about, Willis? Country club member Bug 77. What up, Bugs? I bet you're ready for college football season. Who else do we have in here today? Sleepwalking, I believe. That's Neil Pearson. If not, whatever, dude. 522's in the house tonight. It's good to see everybody in the chat. I think that's it. If we missed you, jump in and say hi. We're doing something different we're going to try out going forward. 7th. So we got to talking last night via our chat that we do post game, and the short of it is we were talking about how when you hit the final hour of the game, typically it's around the 7th inning, and I'll tell you what we're going to do when we come back. I got to hit this commercial break, and then we'll talk about what the final hour is, what we're going to begin today. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Welcome in, Braves Country.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
You're in Braves country.
Hey, there's old AY. Good to see you. And man, this must be a big one. AY and the Harlan County, Kentucky Transparency is here today. Here's my man Nathaniel Brooks. Better late than never, y'all. Good to see y'all in the chat. See if I missed anybody else. I think we got everybody else. James Fisher. Good job, 522, just pretending to work and listen to Braves baseball. So what we're going to be doing, before I forget to bring this up again, is on the... when the seventh inning begins, and I know me, I'm going to forget from time to time, but I'm going to try to remember to do it every single beginning of the seventh inning, not the seventh inning stretch, but the beginning of the seventh inning. Typically means you got a little less than an hour left in the game. You might have a little more if it goes to extra, but if it's a full game, full 9 innings, you might have an hour left, so it's a good time to start it. Kind of signifies. We thought about doing it in the 6th, but the problem with that is, you're asking a lot for the game to end an hour after the 6th starts. So we're starting the 7th. We're doing a happy hour. We'll probably do things on the road, down the road about this, but you'll hear a sound bite that's going to play in between the 6th and the 7th, and we've got the beer can emoji is back, or you can call it a Coke can, whatever you want to call it. The can emoji is back to start happy hour, and it just means, hey, we're not going to let this team bog us down all year. We're going to have fun, and we're going to try to start that. So we're going to be, the happy hour begins in the 7th inning, and because we got to joking around about it, essentially how it came up was we were basically saying, man, there's so many people by the 7th inning are in the bottle, and Jason and a couple other folks were saying, well, you're kind of like the bartender because you're up there listening to their troubles as it goes back and forth. So I'll be your virtual bartender, so to speak, and let's hope we have some fun today. And I think The Braves are going to have it's going to be an eventful day. If you missed the early news, Acuna did go to the IL. Jared Kelenic was added to the roster. He is not in the lineup today, though I do suspect he's going to get starts in the very near future. He'll probably get to see some right-handed bats. And it's a good mix to see Jared Kelenic try to get some at-bats. A lot of people are down on Kelenic, and I get that because he had terrible numbers. But regardless, he's going to be in the lineup. So tough noogie if you don't like it. There's a lot of people in X that are like, my point is just shut Acuna down. He's got what they believed is inflammation, which that could mean a number of things. He's going back to Atlanta today to get an MRI from their people, and it could be a 2 to 3 week thing where he comes back in September, or he could be done for the year. Hopefully it's not worse where he's ruptured something. He felt it in the Monday game, and they knew about it going into last night's game. That's what gets me. When I first read the report, I did not realize they knew about it. They ignored it. As we are just about set, I'll go ahead and kill the chop. As we are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Angel Zerpa is going to get the ball to start the game. We saw him last night. This is a bullpen game for the Royals, and it's a quasi-bullpen game for the Braves, as Wentz will be on the bump for 4 innings. But my point is, no sense of rushing him back, no sense of anything. I know he wants to play, and I get that. Maybe when you get rid of Ozuna at the trade deadline and he comes back and he is healthy and he's not risking anything, maybe put him in as the DH. But for all intents and purposes, he's done for the season. For all intents and purposes, my fantasy baseball dynasty league is done for the season. They are dropping like flies. As you can imagine, I've got quite a few Braves, and Acuna is just the latest to add to it. Somehow I'm hanging around in the mix at the top of the league, but I don't expect that to. And you talk about knee-jerk reactions. They have Harris batting in the number 4 slot today. We'll go through the lineup as the game goes along. These early games don't have really a lot of time to be able to put the lineups together. And we are just about set. We're going to go ahead and put the card up real quick to try to bring in this screen. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way. Jerks and Profar lefty-righty matchup as the southpaw is on the bump. It's banged off the plate, foul. It's 0-1. Hey, that came in really quick today. The 0-1. 87, below the knees, but called for it's C.B. Buckner behind the plate today. Just get used to that. The 0-2, high and out of the zone, 1-2. C.B. Buckner will give you what they used to call the neighborhood strike, and he'll even extend it into the next neighborhood. So the Braves will have to just adjust to that as the 1-2. Swing, chops it on the ground over to short. 6-3 put out. Nifty throw by Bobby Witt Jr. 1 down. Left to right across the outfield today for the Atlanta Braves, Tolbert, Isbell, and Grichuk is back in the lineup. And around the horn, it's still Michael Garcia at third, Witt at short. Frazier, who's seen 3 different starts at 3 different positions, will be at second today. And Vinny P at first base, or Pasquatch, as a lot of y'all like to call him. Furman is behind the plate. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Inside for a ball, it's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Swung on, chops it back towards the mound. It dribbles behind the pitcher, but Olsen is using that Olsen speed, and he gets thrown out by a mile, 2 down. Looked like the pitcher the starting pitcher today, Zerpa, I always want to call him Zippo, looked like he got a piece of that. But Witt was able to get the rebound. First pitch on the way to Austin Riley is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. So you got Profar, Olson, Riley. On deck is Michael Harris II, batting cleanup. You talk about knee-jerk reaction. Ozuna is the designated hitter today and batting fifth as the 98-mile-an-hour fastball is at the knees. It's 1-1. Ozzie is batting sixth and playing second. Smurf behind the plate and batting seventh. The number 8 hitter is the Book of Eli. He's in right field, and Nick Allen is the shortstop, batting ninth. The 1-1 fouls it back. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. I just don't understand where you, and look, I know that he was lobbying for it. That's what everybody's, so they're trying to say like, well, we were trying to make him happy, let him play. Man, this guy's coming off 2 knee injuries in the last 3 years. As the four-seam fastball is high and out of the zone. And the idea that he was cleared by the medical staff, that's what Snicker and the coaching staff, that's what they're going to lean on. Well, he was cleared by the medical staff, and that may be true, but you got to make a better business decision. The 2-2 grounded over to short. Witt's got it, fires it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for your Atlanta Braves. Zippoed through that inning. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the first we go. The Royals grab the bats.
Have anybody ever tell you you look like Beyonce?
Nah, they usually tell me I look like Shalissa.
Who the f*** is that?
Men don't like loud women.
Damn, that's crazy. Anyways.
I wish I gave a f***.
Why do I always have to make the move? Why don't you make the move? That doesn't make sense.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense. You're allowed to make a move. You're allowed to make a move. It's always up to me to make a move. Make a move. Don't touch me. I don't want you touching me right now. I don't want you touching me right now. You made me angry.
People say kill them with kindness. F*** that. I'm not killing them with kindness. You know what I'm killing them with? Blindness. I don't see a bitch. I don't hear a bitch. They ain't even that bitch in my life anymore.
The funniest thing to do when you post a picture of your car to me is cover the license plate. What are you covering that for? I've never understood it. Hey, dude, you drive around with your license plate for the whole world to see every day. But you cover it when the people that you know see it? I just don't get it.
I spent 30 minutes helping my 12-year-old daughter look for her phone the other day. After about 6 times of calling it, finally found it laying on the floor. I pick it up and it says 6 missed calls from Spawn Point. That little nerd named me Spawn Point. I should have stepped on it.
I'd always admired the guy. Brett carried thunder in the barrel.
Set by Gossage, a high drive and deep to right field. It is gone.
George Brett was a better hitter than I was. He was the best hitter in our era.
Always kind of wanted to be like George as a hitter. He could do a lot of things with the bat that I could not do.
Every time I go up there, I know I'm going to hit the ball hard, and I know I'm going to get a hit. It doesn't always happen, but I have that feeling every time I go up in that box.
With us, he was the guy. They used to say, here comes George Brett and the Kansas City Royals. The bigger the situation, it's like the more fun he was having.
Joey Wentz leads us off here in this quasi-bullpen game. First pitch on the way. It's high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. They've let him go about 4 innings, so it's not quite a bullpen game. I wouldn't call him an opener. It's more of a opening swing. The 1-0 right there on the outer edge. 2-0. Good chance we might see Dane Dunning today as the part of the piggyback, depending on the score. Michael Garcia leads it off. The 2-0 pitch, swing, roasts it into left field. That's down for a base hit, and it's a leadoff single for the Royals. Atlanta Braves defense looks like this left to right in the outfield. It's Profar, Harris, and the Book of Eli in right. Around the horn, you got Riley, Allen, Ozzie, and Olson. Smurf is behind the plate, and of course Wentz is on the bump.
First pitch on the way is a cutter down below the knees. It's 1-0. The simple fact of the matter is if you can get Kelenic to get some exposure here in the last couple of months, if he looks decent, they might be able to move him. 1-0. Outside wide, 2-0. Or, excuse me, 1-1. They may very well not re-sign him. He's up for arbitration. I can't imagine his arbitration number is going to be very high. The 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. But if they re-sign him, it would be under the expectation that they're going to try to move him. He's not really a part of the long-term plans of the Braves, but do you just want to give up that asset? I mean, let's be honest, the Braves gave up a lot to get him. The 2-1, right there on the outer edge, 2-2. Even if it's just minor league depth. Kelenic not likely to play today, but you may see him DH. Or when the right-handed pitcher comes in, he may get a couple of at-bats away from Eli. Two count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Joey Wentz, who struck out 6 in 4 innings last time. He gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. So 1 on, 1 out. We'll go ahead and pull the camera back for you. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pascatino standing in the box. He went yard last night. Vinny P. Had a couple of hits. 18 home runs now, 65 RBI, a 7.75 OPS. And Garcia's leaning. I figured was he just bluffing? I guess he was. Cutter. Misses outside. It's 1-0. He started to dart towards second base and then slammed on the brakes. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing. Pops it up. Back out of play. 1-1. The Kansas City... The Royals cast is what I like to call it because every team has their different broadcasts that they can put into MLB, but they have something that I have not seen in quite some time, and I've wondered why teams quit doing it, and I like it, is the 1-1. Swing, bangs it down the line. That ball is gone, but it's going to be foul. Whew! 1-2. Keep it out of the wheelhouse of Vinny P, man. He's heating up. Y'all remember back in the 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s, if a runner was at first, they would put that little box in the right corner showing you what the guy's doing. 1-2, down and in, 2-2. They don't have it up the whole time, but that's the first time I have seen that in years. That picture-in-picture. I don't know why teams don't do that. 2-2 count. Especially when you have a speedster. I'm not seeing you do it when Olsen's standing over at first and Ozuna's at the plate. The 2-2. Swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. Braves nothing, Royals nothing, bottom of the first. Braves been falling behind early and often during this current slump. The 2-2. Swing, foul, hits it down the left field line. And just before the warning track, Profar will make the catch. He'll fire it in the infield, 2 down. Two down. Pitch on the way. Inside. Called for an inside strike. On 1. Sal Perez, the batter. You go 1. Bangs it down the third base side. It's on 2. So an 0-2 count. Wentz brings it. Swing. Bangs it down the line. We'll do it again. They're going to flip it over to first real quick. The 0-2. Swing. Once again. Garcia took off on that one. The 0-2 count. Brings it. Another cutter down. This one was, he might as well have rolled that up there like a bowling ball, and he still swung at it and banged it away. Sal Perez wants to make sure he's not going to get caught looking. The 0-2. Pops it up. Another cutter. This one will be a can of corn. Nick Allen will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Royals get one on but do nothing with it. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Well, I have a degree, so, I don't give a okay? You can have a degree and still be a dumb. I stand by that. Thank you.
I haven't done one of these in a minute, and I need to get some of this off my chest. So let's get into it with that infuriates me. These are not chronologically ordered, but coming in hot with people that refer to themselves in third person. Who the do you think you are? These are one of the worst types of people that you can encounter. I mean, this is a narcissist. I'm also talking to y'all that refer to yourselves as mama. Mama needs a margarita. Mama's ready for a nap. Shut the I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you, but it's really annoying. Not putting your buggy into the return when you're done shopping. Obviously, some of y'all were raised in a damn pole barn. There's literally not one valid excuse for not returning your buggy when you're finished with it. This right here, folks, this is my number one. Grown adults having zero grammar knowledge. Come on, you're 37 years old and you don't know the difference between there, and there. And you want to bring children into this world. Let's hit the books. You think? Also, it's library, not library.
I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
I don't think pressure bothered him. I think he really relished having the pressure situation.
I was always one of those guys that was scared to death before the game, every game. I mean, nervous. You're in the dugout, and my heart would start beating, and all of a sudden you're running out there, and man, I'm scared to death.
Fear is what drove George Brett, and no question it originated with his father. The way he was raised, his father was incredibly hard on him, probably harder on him than has ever been fully revealed.
George Brett's story began far from Kansas City, on the California coast, where he was raised as the youngest of 4 brothers.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris. Lefty-lefty matchup is inside. 1-0. Zerpa back out there for another inning of work. The 1-0 inside misses 2-0. Michael Harris the second is on a hot streak, and with Acuna going to the IL, batting cleanup today, the 2-0 pitch. 97 right there, 2-1. The only thing that's shocking about him batting cleanup today is that they're starting with a lefty, and you would have thought they would have wanted is the 2-1 right down the pipe for a strike, 2-2. You would have thought they would have wanted some more right-handed bats up at the top of the order, but Kelenic is in the dugout, but he's not wearing a jersey. He's got a T-shirt on, so they may or may not use him today. In a pinch, they could. The 2-2. That ball's chopped deep into the hole. Witt thinks about it, double clutches, throws it anyways, but Harris is going to beat it out. That was kind of a funny exchange there. You see Michael Harris.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
He's flying down the line. It's kind of an awkward throw. I wonder if he was almost losing his. And that's it. So Zerpa's out of the game. Get ready for this. We got the first of many pitching changes here in Braves country. On this date, 1917, the Detroit Tigers collect 21 hits during a 16-4 rout of Washington at Griffith Stadium. Ty Cobb, Bobby Veach, Ossie Witt batting second, third, and fourth in the lineup all enjoy a 5-for-5 day at the plate. On this date in 1933, Dizzy Dean sets a modern Major League record by striking out 17 batters in the Cardinals' 8-2 victory over the Chicago Cubs. Battery mate Jimmy Wilson also sets a new mark by recording 18 putouts in the Sportsman Park contest. And on this date in 1969, Atlanta Braves catcher Bob Tillman hits 3 consecutive home runs, going deep in the second, fourth, and sixth inning off southpaw Grant Jackson. 32-year-old light-hitting backstop offensive output helps Atlanta beat the Phillies in the opener of a twin bill at Connie Mack Stadium 6-3. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back. Atlanta Braves nothing, Royals nothing. We're in the top of the second pitching change because it is a bullpen game for the Royals. They're bringing in Bolin. More on him in a second. Marcell Ozuna coming to the plate. 3 for 7 in this series with 2 home runs. Maybe he's heating up right before he grabs another jersey. The Braves did make a minor move today. We'll get to that here in 1 second. The first pitch on the way is a ball in the dirt. It's 1-0. They got Tyler Kinley from the Colorado Rockies. This is really a move to help the bullpen for next year. But also is the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1 count. Runner at first, nobody out. Pitch on the way, swing. Baltimore chopper towards the mound. Bolin has it. He has plenty of time with Ozuna running. He'll fire it to first. 1 away. On the move, Michael Harris is flying down the baselines, and he'll standing at second base with these. The Tyler Kinley move. So first of all, they are going to absorb, as the first pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is banged down the line foul. It's 0-1. Will essentially be just over $1 million for the rest of the season. And then there is a club option with $5 million next year. The 0-1 inside one. He's an unrestricted free agent for 2027. So it's basically a rental for this year and next. Now, more on Tyler Kinley is the 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. 1-2 count. Ozzie Albies digs in. Pitch in the dirt. Did he go around? They're going to say he did. Man, I don't know about that. Third base umpire Scott Berry was terrible behind the plate last night, and he's not. Let's see. Oh, he did not offer. That was a horrible call. That standing out in the hot sun, let's get this inning over with call. That's what that is. So a bad call by third base umpire Scott Berry. When CB Buckner is on your staff, on your crew, he probably just kind of rubs off on everybody else. First pitch on the way is a swing and miss at a slider. It's 0-1. So this year, so don't get excited about Tyler Kinley, first of all. This year he's got a 5.66 ERA. He's got a career ERA of 5.08. He does have a fairly high strikeout rate. Is the 0-1 to Sean Murphy's in the dirt, 1-1. And you know the Braves fall in love with that. Now, he's been pitching in Colorado, so let's take that with a grain of salt of what his ERA is. Just like Pierce Johnson, it'll probably take a nosedive when he gets out of the Rockies. He's the 1-1, misses high 2-1. He has been in the league since 2018. And he's put up quite a bit of innings over that time, 300 innings. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. A couple of times he's gone 64 and 70 innings. And he's been with Colorado since 2020. So he's been dealing with that, the high altitude, since this will be the 6th season he's been dealing with that. The 2-2 in the dirt, full count. When he was with Miami in Minnesota in 18 and 19, he didn't throw a ton of innings, so it's really hard to gauge where he's at. But in Colorado is the 3-2, swing, bangs it down the line. We'll do it again. He had 1 year in 2022 where he was lights out, 24 innings and a .75 ERA. Looks like he might have broke his bat. Sean Murphy goes to the dugout. But other than that, he's had a pretty high ERA in Colorado, but that's to be expected. That's what you get in Colorado. So it's going to be one of those things where, just like when we got Pierce Johnson, we'll just have to see what he's got. Welcome back, Rubio. The payoff pitch, Bolin goes back to work. High and out of the zone, ball 4. That one might have touched the zone, so maybe that's a makeup call, but nonetheless, runners at first and second, and 2 outs.
It's me. I must call an emergency meeting.
Don't try to fool me.
First pitch on the way to Eli White is a sinker, high and inside. It's 1-0. 1-0. Inside. 2-0. 2-0 count. So you know if the Braves are bringing money in, they're about to send it out. That's the other thing, is the 2-0. Right there at the knees, 2-1. you do wonder if they will pay $5 million to a right-handed reliever in his mid-30s. The 2-1 pops it up. So this is kind of a dress rehearsal to see. They'll get a look at him and see what he's actually like out of the atmosphere in Colorado. And you can't just go off his splits because you want to see what he's like day in and day out not pitching out there. Because the ball does funny things out there. It does not move the same way. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Braves get a couple on but can't get them in. We'll be back in a flash. 0-0, bottom of the second.
Where is your Tupperware?
I left the Tupperware at work.
Did you even eat your lunch?
I did eat my lunch. I said I forgot my Tupperware at lunch.
No, you threw it in the garbage.
Why would I throw it in the garbage? I ate my lunch. I forgot to bring my Tupperware.
So bring it home tomorrow.
I forgot to eat my lunch.
What?
And I ate Wendy's, but I ate Wendy's. I ate lunch.
What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony! You, Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! You, Ezekiel!
Excuse my Wisconsin mouth, but why the heck are you not drinking, for cripe's sake?
I'm on medication, so I can't drink, okay? And I'm not going to say what it's for. I'll just say the pharmacist whispers it to me.
So you hadn't been drinking all week? What have you been doing?
Just mostly going to bed early. It's not that bad. There's plenty of sober stuff we can do together.
Ugh, if we can't drink, we might as well lock ourselves in a room with no windows.
I could kiss you.
My heart says yes, but my Lord says no.
Okay, so I was going through old pictures yesterday, trying to find pictures, and there were these 3 publications from the El Segundo newspaper. And in it, there's one little passage that says, Jack Brett, your grandfather, on Right, Wrong, and Rogues. I was a great dad as far as I was concerned. Do what I want, and you got everything I had to give. But you do what I don't want, and I'll kick your damned ass. And you'll be lucky if that's all I kick. The thing that I will never stand for is that you think I'm dumb. If you think I'm dumb, I'll show you how smart I am. Don't pull that on me. What's incredible to me is he admitted that in the paper.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
if that's what he was admitting to doing in the paper, you know he was doing a lot worse than that, which he was.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he just hit him.
Yeah.
I think he hit him and hit him and hit him and hit him.
That's insane.
It's insane.
Nothing, your score. I'll put the numbers up there for you. Put them on the screen real quick and then we'll bring them down. But the new pitcher, Tyler Kinley, that's his numbers right there. We put it back behind the strike zone as the first pitch on the way. Is inside for a ball, it's 1-0. So as you can see, there's a big difference in the ERA. 4.28 on the road, 7.52 at home in Colorado. A 1-0 right there on the inner track line. I think the other big thing is in 20 innings, he only allowed 1 home run, or 27 innings, he allowed 1 home run on the road. 4 home runs in 20 innings in Colorado. The 1-1 right there at the knees. 1-2. One-two count. Lefty-righty matchup. Joey Wentz kicks and fires. Down and in. Did he go around? They check down the line. First base umpire, Adam Beck, a little more conservative on his check swing calls. And Scott Berry. It's 2-2. The 2-2 from Wentz. Brings it. Swing. Down the line foul. If you want to know what kind of stuff he has, I'm bringing that up right now so I can let you. Is the 2-2. In the dirt, full count. So the Tyler Kinley, the reliever the Braves got in the trade today, He lives on his slider at 62%. So that's his strikeout pitch. Four-seamer at 26%. Those are his two main pitches. He does have a curveball that he throws around 11 and a changeup at 1. Those percentages will probably change when he gets out of Coors. It's a 3-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. One away. Good pitch by Wentz. That pitch may have even been called a strike if he takes it. C.B. Buckner behind the plate. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball right down the pipe to Furman. It's 0-1. It looks like his fastball averages around 95 miles an hour, so he can bring it. The 0-1. Up top misses. Did he go around? He did not. 1-1. Braves were rumored to be in on Jake Bird, another reliever in the on the Colorado roster. A lot of folks in Braves country were kind of excited to see, but this may end that speculation. The 1-1 bangs it down the line. Do it again. 1-2. One-two count. In the dirt, ball kicks away. 2-2. The 2-2. Wentz flips it up there, swing, lifts it. Right center field, drifting over, making the catch is Harris. He calls off Eli. 2 down. Two up, 2 down to start the second. Braves hoping to get about 4 to 5 innings. 5 in a perfect world out of Wentz. It's not so much his endurance as the fact that once teams start seeing him that second time through, it gets bumpy. First pitch to Frazier is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Down and in. 1-0. Trade deadline is tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're coming on the air at 5:30 is the 1-1 swing. Bangs it over to first. It's going to be a 3-1 putout, and that'll end the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. Nick Allen, and then the top of the order when we return.
Somebody just asked me what Barack Obama's last name is. Like, am I supposed to know that?
Let me tell you something, little girl. I mean, nobody, and when I say nobody, I mean nobody normal thinks about going out to California. I mean, that's the land of fruits and nuts. And every fruit's a little nutty, and every nut's a little fruity.
What the hell are you doing?
I am doing my eyebrows.
That's a big-ass mirror.
I have big-ass eyebrows.
It's funny, I was scared to death of him. I was intimidated by him my whole life. Growing up as the youngest of 4 boys and always being criticized that I'm not as good as my brother in this, I'm not as good as this brother, I'm not as smart as that guy, you know, everything. I couldn't do anything right.
And yet, George was a good enough ball player to be picked in the second round of the 1971 draft by the Kansas City Royals, a franchise in its 3rd year of existence. He'd move up pretty quickly in the minors, but hardly gave off the scent of a future star.
Well, he wasn't a big deal in the minor leagues. He wasn't a blue chip, can't miss guy. First time he got to the big leagues, wearing number 25, I remember just watching him, and there was nothing special at the moment.
He hit just 125 in 40 at-bats in a cameo in 1973. but got the starting job as the Royals' third baseman the following year. By June, his continuing struggles brought him to a breaking point.
Was hitting 200 with no power, no nothing, and was just lost. I was just totally lost.
And that's when Royals hitting coach Charlie Lau approached him and helped change the course of George Brett's career forever.
He says, I've been watching you. I think you could play. I'm the only coach here, George, that thinks you belong in the major leagues. But I've watched you now for 200 at-bats. You haven't made one adjustment. And I said, I don't know what adjustments to make. This is how I've hit my whole life. And he said, I'm going to help you, but you got to give me your heart and soul.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio as Nick Allen is your batter. First pitch on the way, sinker up top. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Nick Allen batting .226. 18 RBI, 555 OPS. 0-1, top of the zone, 0-2. For those of y'all who aren't familiar with the OPS, that means that he couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. I mean, that ball's barely getting over the infield. The 0-2 count. Swing, slaps it foul. I still would like to keep Nick Allen on the roster for next year. Not as a starter, but man, his glove is unbelievable. He's a good base runner. In theory, he's an outstanding bench piece. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike three. The other thing he is as a bench piece coming off the bench playing the infield, he comes in to pinch hit for you or comes in for defense and has to hit. He's a perfect guy to bring in when you need a bunt. Handles the bat well. Winning teams always have one of those guys. First pitch on the way to Profar is a swing and a miss. He was late on that one. 97 miles an hour from Bolin. That's the top heat of the game for him. The 0-1. Switch hitting Profar, flipping around this time. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, almost gets him. 98! Bolin bringing it. 1-1 count. Two times that ball's come inside. You're almost starting to wonder if there's some intent here. Pitch on the way in the dirt. 2-1. They might be tired of us hitting all their guys. And they're saying, well, Acuna's already injured. Ozuna looks like he'd hit us. The 2-1 swung on. That ball's chopped in towards the hole. Good throw by Witt. Are you kidding me? My word. Bobby Witt Jr. was in the hole, deep in the hole at short, throwing against his body. Profar runs well. He came out of the box pretty quickly, and that ball was an absolute one-hopper rocket to first. Man, oh man, 2 away. That's why I said a couple weeks ago when they were talking about Riley's untradeable, I was like, well, let's not say untradeable. I'd take old Bobby Witt Jr. in a heartbeat. Matt Olson, the batter, first pitch. Wide strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Check the weather here. It's starting to get, the skies are starting to get a little dark as the 0-1 off the plate, 1-1. Wasn't supposed to hit us. The 1-1 swung on, foul back, 1-2. 1-2 count. Now it looks like there's, I guess it's just cloud coverage today. Not much of a chance of rain, if any. The rain has been delayed. There is rain coming, but it's not till late tonight. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Haven't seen the full reports, but I guess we didn't get any big time issues from that earthquake. I don't know if anybody saw any different. Tried to catch a little bit of the real news, not the sports news, this morning. I haven't seen anything. I don't know if y'all have. The 2-2, high and out of the zone, full count, which is good. There was another smaller earthquake down in Central America. I guess they're not worried about that, but it's much closer to our neck of the woods. It was still in the 5+, somewhere 5.8, 5.9. The 3-2 swung on, and that ball is going to get dribbled over towards first. Vinny P steps on the pillow. That'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the third we go. 0-0 in the land of Oz.
What do you do? I'm an entrepreneur. So what do you do? Well, I did this. I thought you were bae.
Turns out you're just fam.
Bruh.
Dan?
Here he is.
You want to know what I do to calm myself when I get stressed?
Not really.
Come on, Dan. Even you must need to unwind after a hard day. And you want to know what I do?
You slip into a hot bubble bath and say, Calgon, take me away.
What does that even mean?
Don't even worry about it.
I meditate.
Yeah?
I meditate. Yeah. I quietly meditate for like 30 minutes.
But like praying?
No, it's not praying. I find a place where nobody is, and it's really quiet, and I just enjoy the silence and reflect, you know?
You're welcome.
Why do I need to thank you?
Because I've been telling you to shut the up and go away for years. Who knew that if you finally followed my instructions, you'd find some inner peace, man?
That's not the same
It's
thing.
exactly the same.
Cinderella, why do you want to go to the ball? 'Cause stepmother, ball is life.
Hey, what are you doing? Science fair project. I just found out hamsters are allergic. To what? Being underwater for 10 minutes?
I don't know if people realize or understand how hard he worked. Charlie standing next to him, just going through it, work, work, work.
I had a bad habit of wrapping my bat around my head. Every time my hands went back, I just couldn't stop it. So we were sitting there, he's scratching his head, he's trying to figure out, he says, just put the bat right here on your shoulder. I put it there and then I couldn't wrap it around my head. He said, there, you're hitting like that. That's the only way I could do it.
At first, he wasn't really driving the ball, but just getting base hits. And then as he got more comfortable with it, then he started driving balls the opposite field. They just flourished from there.
We set a goal to hit 250 by the end of the year, and I'll never forget, a month and a half later, I got to 250. And I came back in the dugout, and I said, Charlie, we made it. We got it to 250. He said, what are you talking about? We're going 260.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Joey Wentz goes back to work. First pitch is a cutter. They realize when I'm saying cutter, because it's what he calls it, it's really a slider. It's not quite a slur, but it does have bending in on the leg, down and in. Lefty-righty matchup, the 0-1 swing and a miss, 0-2. I'm telling you, if they can somehow, they're gonna move Bummer if they get a chance, because in 2026, Joey Wentz is your Aaron Bummer. With a better strikeout rate, a lefty that can work middle of the game, and it would save them quite a bit of money. The Braves are going to be aggressive in this offseason. You can book it. The 0-2, down and in, 1-2. This was the outlier. This is the year they did not do it because they wanted to reset. But they'll get aggressive again this year. And they'll probably try to lay it out a little differently where the contracts that they get are more manageable, so they don't have to have that quiet year every third year. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Of course, you've got the collective bargaining agreement coming to an end, so who knows what that's going to look like come 2027. So you can't really worry about that at this point. There's talks about an actual salary cap, like a hard cap. But if they do that, there's going to be a long work stoppage. First pitch on the way is a cutter inside. It's 1-0. That's pie in the sky stuff. The players don't want it, and quite a bit of the big market teams don't want it. Would it be better for the game? Yeah, but you can't get the players to agree to it. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. They don't see the forest for the trees, mainly because they have a dope running the Players Association. Tony Clark, he's always in it for the big name players. The 1-1, swing and a miss. May have got a piece of it if it's 1-2. He does not, which is strange because Tony Clark was not a big-time player. He was a fringe player. But he's always going to bat for guys like Shohei Ohtani, Ronald Acuna Jr. and whatnot. He is not thinking about what the Travis d'Arnauds of the world are wanting and needing. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Joey Wentz, 4 strikeouts on the game. I think his over-under was 3.5. So he's already hit that. Willis says we're going to go 81-81 this year. Woo, doggy. First pitch on the way to Garcia. Curveball, top of the zone. It's 1-0. To go 81-81, your Atlanta Braves. Down in the dirt, 2-0. Would have to go 36-20, 16 games above 500, which is exactly what they are below 500, 16 right now. In what world is that happening? The 2-0, right there at the knees, 2-1. It's not feasible, Willis. Wake up, especially if you're driving, Willis. Wake up, man, you're dreaming. Especially talk to me 7 o'clock on Thursday, tomorrow night. Is the 2-1 right there at the knees? 2-2. They're going to be sellers. They're not bringing anybody in. Acuna is essentially going to be done for the season. Even if it's just a 2 to 3 week out, I would say they're going to start making it where he's not going to be out there every day. The 2-2 outside wide, 3-2. You haven't seen much of that yet. You've always seen them let him push through it. But now it's going to be a thing where we're going to see him like every other game, and definitely not a day game after a night game. They're going to try to manage his workload, all that stuff. You, in theory, can't keep him on the IL if he's not injured, but is the 3-2 down in the dirt? Ball 4. But what you can do is you can manipulate it. You can, first of all, send him out on a rehab assignment after he gets 100% healthy. And you can take your time on that rehab assignment because he doesn't have to show up till 20 days after that. And then when he does come back, there's no law that says you have to put him in the lineup, and you're going to have expanded rosters. Bobby Witt Jr. stands in after the walk, first pitch swinging. He'll ground it over to Riley, and Riley fires it to Ozzie, and that'll end the inning. Ozzie had something smart to say to Garcia, but they're probably buddies considering the fact he's Acuna's cousin. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Dude, if we're going to be famous. What was that? My tube. What? My tube.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I just won $2,500 on a scratch-off ticket.
What? Oh my God, what are you going to do with it?
Well, I could either be selfish and just blow it all, or I could donate it to charity.
You should donate it to charity, baby.
I thought so too, either charity or Bubbles or your sister.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know who's dancing tonight.
I'm
being generous! I'm being generous!
Ooh, I'm exhausted. Yeah, you're really sweaty, dude. You should have seen the other guy, girl, your mom. What? What? What?
He'd continue to raise his batting average throughout that 1974 season, all the way to .282. The next year, he'd lead the AL in hits and bat .308 while helping Kansas City to the best season in the young franchise's history. The future was looking bright for both the Royals and their young star third baseman.
Right side, back to the right, gentlemen, both hands, right side.
My pants last night. I did. I'm good twice a year for that. When was the last time you your pants?
Me?
Yeah. Been a while?
It's been a long time.
I was in Vegas a couple years ago. This is an honest to God true story. Staying at the Bellagio. I went over to the Mirage for dinner, met some friends of mine over there.
The Vegas story is, hearing him tell that in person now is the funniest thing, because he's way more animated.
Welcome back, Braves Country Radio. Your Austin Riley. Classic call of Braves Country. First pitch, high and inside. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. Schreiber, swing and a miss. New pitcher for the Royals, 1-1. De Los Santos is still with the team, Tim. I don't suspect he's going to get released. He's a guy that can give you innings the rest of the way. 1-1. Swing pops back foul. 1-2. 1-2 count. He's 30 years old as De Los Santos is the 1-2. Swing and a miss, man. Riley, what are you doing there, buddy? He swung at one. He couldn't hit that thing with an oar. One up, one down. Michael Harris, who's 1 for 1. Infield single his first time up. Takes a cutter at the knees. Good pitch by Schreiber. It's a 1. And De Los Santos is arbitration eligible this year. We'll see what the number ends up being. That's going to be the big question. Is he 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1? They can get him for cheap. They can bring him back, but you'd be surprised what De Los Santos, even though we have not been impressed per se, he was good at the beginning of the season, but a 4.53 ERA, most fans are like, well, that's trash. You don't, as the 1-1 drops it down the line. 1-2. I would think, honestly, that it's all going to come down to that number, because if they can bring him back cheap, they would bring him back for depth, and he may not even be in the plans to be up top. He may be down for depth in the minor league system. The 1-2 chops it down the line. 2-2. And he does have options. One, two, outside wide. 2-2. Two count. Outside wide. They have him. All right, so there's something that's confusing here. They have him on the everyday roster. But I'm seeing another report that says that they've designated him for assignment today. Is the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So I have to look this up and see what's exactly going on here. Something's missing here. Two things can't be true. Unless it's a false report that's being sent out there. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball right there for a strike. It's 0-1. They did DFA De Los Santos. It was an hour ago. I guess they just haven't updated the rosters. The 0-1 right there at the knees, 0-2. We gave up Austin Smith, by the way, in that move for Tyler Kinley. But to make room on the 40-man, they did DFA. So when you take him off the 40-man, you have to DFA him. Is the 0-2 outside wide, 1-2. So that'll be interesting if he makes it back to Atlanta, because if he makes it back to Atlanta, they may work out a deal to try to bring him back for next year. So that's weird that they have not, because normally they're pretty good about updating the rosters. It took place an hour ago, right before first pitch, the 1-2, outside wide 2-2. So in theory, he's no longer on the team. I don't know if Kinley's made it to Kansas City at the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. 3 up, 3 down. We're kind of cruising through here. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Joey Wentz should go back out there for another inning.
It's currently 1:30. I don't give a f.
Today, we're going to talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart. All you women that want an Appalachian man, let me explain to you real quick. They're very simple men, but everything they do it at 150%. There's no such thing as a 2-day bender with an Appalachian man. He goes on a bender. A month later, he's missed 4 court dates, he's wanted in 2 states, and 5 women hate him. It's very simple to get the attention of an Appalachian man. So if you're a woman or man trying to score an Appalachian man, go to the flea market on a Saturday, just stand in the middle somewhere and do this. Pull out your can of Baianis you had in your pocket and just do this right here. Just go. Every Appalachian man within a 300-foot radius will hear that and come a-running.
I was in Vegas a couple of years ago. This is an honest-to-God true story. Staying at the Bellagio. I went over to the Mirage for dinner, met some friends of mine over there. Went to Kokomo's, a great little steakhouse. The guy brings out some fresh crab legs. These just came in, I got to give them to you guys. I'm eating them. Then we go play gamble a little bit. So I had a tea time early in the morning. So I said, look, I got to get going. I'm walking back to the hotel. I get 3/4 of the way out of the lobby, and all of a sudden I go, oh, and I'm standing here like this. I got my butt pinched so I can't move. All of a sudden, felt all right. I went just like this. Water.
No way.
I had some food poisoning from the crabs. Take off my leather jacket, tied it around my waist, and I'm just standing there, and it's just running down my leg.
I truly believe he just forgot the mic was on and forgot he was mic'd up that day. And that story is so on brand, it's not even funny.
True story. Who's the pitchers in this game?
There are 2 sides to him. There's a fun-loving, happy-go-lucky guy who likes to drink wine and used to like shellfish. And then there's the baseball side of him, and it's kind of perfect.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Quick moving ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Joey Wentz goes back to work. Vinny P, the batter, first pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it away. 1-1. Oh, 1 count. Joey Wentz just giving up the 1 hit and the 1 walk, 4 strikeouts so far. .94 just misses off the edge. 1-1. One count. Swing, lifts it into left. Making the sliding catch is Profar for out number 1. Joey Wentz gives him a little bit of a golf clap as he gets up. Pretty good sliding catch. I don't know if he really needed a slide, but I think we're starting to find out that Profar, he gives effort. He just may not be the best defensive left fielder in the game. That's just is what it is. Remember, he started as an infielder. Defensively, I don't think he was anything to write home about at short, if you're wondering if we could just slide him to short. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss at the cutter. It's 0-1. I mean, wouldn't that be the answer? If you could just slide Profar over to shortstop. He played shortstop coming up, but I think those days are gone. The 0-1. Swing. Bangs it down the left field line. It's 0-2. I mean, you could see a path there if he could play even like comparable shortstop. of a combination of him playing until the 7th or 8th inning offensively, and then you have Nick Allen go out there and finish the game if and when you get the lead. But that's pie in the sky. So that's the kind of stuff that you do on MLB The Show. The 0-2, swing, hits that back foul, do it again. Wentz is at 56 pitches. He had a long at bat with Perez the first time up. It was bender after bender after bender, and eventually Perez popped it up in the infield. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He brought the gas that time, baby. 2 down. Joey Wentz doing it, baby. This has been a nice little pickup. I know this hasn't been the greatest year, but I guess I'm just that baseball nerd that loves seeing the little things, and he has been impressive since he's been with the Braves. I'm sure other teams have had different experiences with him and would tell you otherwise. As the first pitch on the way to Grichuk is popped up over to first. Olsen gives chase, but it's going to bounce towards the dugout. 0-1. The thing about Joey Wentz, he has 2 more years of arbitration. Or 3 more years, excuse me. The 0-1 swing and a miss, it's on 2. Oh, 2 count. Pops it back foul, do it again. It says here he'll be a free agent 2029. That could be a bullpen piece like no other. I'm not trying to sell you on the fact that he's our answer to a rotation. But if you could make this guy a long man out of the bullpen and in a pinch can, because of injury or whatnot, can give you the swing of an opening game. The 0-2 pop down the line. Olsen gives it chase. Could not pull that one over his shoulder. Normally he can pull the rabbit out of his hat, but it fell and hit the ground. It did fall foul. He started running down the line, and I don't know if it was the wind, but it ended up going to the left as he was running to the right. Still stuck his glove out and made contact. Almost made an miraculous play, but went off the lip of the glove. Getting so used to him making those plays, you're just in shock when he doesn't. The 0-2 count. Inside, 1-2. So I don't know why they have not updated their roster, but it does seem that De Los Santos was DFA'd as they bring in, and that may be whoever's in charge of that forgot to do it. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Normally their X account's pretty accurate. Royals go down, 1-2-3. Joey Wentz dealing. Let's get him some runs here in Braves country.
Hot and Verde. What did you just say to me? Oh, sorry, Verde. I thought you were trying to seduce me or something.
Not gonna lie, if you're one of those people that prefers your burgers to be those little skin tag, flattened, scab meat recumbents versus like a nice, thick, juicy, rare one, I think something's wrong with you.
Hey, can somebody help me understand how LA is right next to the Pacific Ocean and they ain't got no water in their fire hydrants?
Oh my god, I love Chipotle. Chipotle is my life.
So you're trying to tell me that I can't send a picture via SMS from my house in Appalachia because I don't have good enough phone service despite my $170 a month phone bill. But in 1969, we live streamed the moon landing to every television in America? Okay.
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
As a 23-year-old, it was clear that the baseball side of George Brett was headed towards big things in Kansas City.
In '75, when I hit 300 for the first time, Hal McRae came up to me at the end of the season and he said, "You're screwed now." And I go, "Why is that?" He says, "They're going to expect you to hit 300 every year." And I said, "Well, I expect it now."
76, he comes into the year with a different level of confidence. That's also when the Royals really first came on the scene. So there was something exciting happening in Kansas City.
The Royals beat the Yankees 3-1.
And George was in the middle of all of it.
A couple good years in the big leagues, and all of a sudden you're on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and you're on the cover of Sport Magazine, you're on the cover of Sporting News.
George was pretty down to earth. In fact, it seemed like he was more Midwest than California. And he embraced the city and vice versa. I think everybody realized that they had a star.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. How about this, y'all? They just announced a little while ago. Spencer Strider versus Chase Burns in the Speedway Classic on Saturday night. That's going to be fun. Ozzie Albies leads us off. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss, righty-lefty matchup. It's 0-1. The 0-1. That's Saturday night. 7:15 is the 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. For those of y'all who aren't familiar with Chase Burns, he is their rookie prospect, their top prospect, and he throws lights out. You're talking about strikeout after strikeout. And then, of course, you got Spencer Strider, who hopefully will get some strikeouts. He struggled a little bit on that recently. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. No idea what the dimensions are going to be. So I don't know if this is going to be a pitcher's park. I would say most likely they're going to make it a hitter's park because they want runs in a novelty game like this. The 1-2, swing, hits it over towards second. Easy play for Frazier to Vinny P, 4-3, one down. We are cruising through this game. Nothing, your score, top of the fifth. Sean Murphy. It's Clark. He's now on for the Royals. The right-hander Clark. First pitch to Smurf. It's 95 inside. It's 1-0. They're in a bullpen game today. You know who we... They called that a strike? Okay, yeah, it's 0-1. The 0-1 count. Right there, low and inside. Another C.B. Buckner special. It's 0-2. This is the fourth pitcher of the day. The 0-2, broken bat towards third. It's going to be a tough play by the third baseman. Garcia bare hands it, and he gets the slow-footed Smurf by about a half step, 2 down. I thought Smurf might actually have a chance at that infield single. Slow roller in there on the hands. He was hustling down the line. That's as fast as Sean Murphy can go. Just got him. 2 up, 2 down, just like that, and your batter is now the Book of Eli. First pitch on the way is 94 at the knees. It's 0-1. Book of Eli struck out his first time up. In for the injured Ronald Acuna Jr. The 0-1. And this is in. 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. 1-2. Off the edge out of the zone. CB, one of the worst ranked umpires in all of Major League Baseball. There are times where he reminds you of Angel Hernandez, the 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. Angel at the end had really put it in. He was trying to push the envelope to get his settlement. And sometimes you wonder if CB's on that same trajectory. He'll make some calls that you're like, man, this is just, at this point, you're just making a mockery of your profession. ABS will be in by next year, though. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3, chase that one off the plate, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. Man, can anybody out there play this game? Nothing, bottom 5.
Justin Bieber's dead. Oh, my God.
I bought that poster for nothing.
John in Tennessee, go ahead. What you want to say?
That trash, dog. Get the off the airwaves.
Oh.
Anyone ever tell you what hole you look like?
You're a complete flop, bud.
Pull your finger out of your pipe fitter.
I'd rather be watching a paper cut in slow-mo.
I'd rather be watching a 10-man party on an IMAX movie screen.
Don't let Grammy Google that one.
Guess a song or something. Do a trick. You're useless. What's your laundry folding channel, hon?
I bet you know exactly how many days it is until Christmas, don't you, bud?
Wait! What? Go yourself, you silly butt crusty.
You're Danish in a donut shop.
You're a cup of baby carrots, you I don't even know what your name is, bud. Well, back to chorin'.
Sure, you may be verified on Twitter, but are you verified in the eyes of God?
Blocked and reported.
Doing some dishes, having a drink, gonna take it easy tonight, is what I would post on Facebook if I was a
That was my rookie year, 76. I was in awe, like, look at this guy. I mean, it seemed like every day it was 3 hits, every day.
George Brett with his 3rd hit of the day.
3-hit night for George Brett.
For a stretch that May, it really was every day, as Brett put together a remarkable run of 6 straight games with at least 3 hits, still a major league record.
I think I had a 5 and a 4 in there, and 4 3-hit games in a row. Yeah, that'll help your average a little bit, won't it?
As the hits kept piling up, Brett found himself in a race for the batting championship with Hal McRae. The teammates led the Royals to the team's first AL West crown, with the race for the batting title coming down to the final game of the season.
George Brett and Hal McRae were right in the middle of the batting title going down to the final day.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Look up.
We are heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hey, straight shooter, good to see you. Need to make sure I still have your address. We want to send you something because you couldn't make the meetup during the All-Star break. I think we still have it. I have to double check with my wife. First pitch on the way is swung on, popped up. Cutter by Furman, high in the air. Book of Eli gets it, 1 down. Wentz isn't supposed to be out there very long. This guy might pitch a complete game shutout the way he's going. He's only at 64 pitches. Starting to think he's pitching against the Braves with all these early swings. 6 strikeouts. First pitch on the way, 91 upstairs. Misses high, it's 1-0. Adam Frazier. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Swing. Pops it back foul. 1-1. Getting pretty late in this series. I don't think it's gonna play out the way I want it to. So with him standing at bat, we'll have to do it this at bat. We'll see how this plays out. The 1-2 down in the dirt, 2-2. I'll explain after the at bat. 2-1 count. Fast as this game's going, we probably could have started happy hour in the 5th. The 2-1. Right there at the knees, 2-2. That was a good pitch, man. That was a perfect, once again, calling it a cutter. It's a slider. You can call it whatever he wants if he dials up another strikeout here. Wentz steps off the bump as Frazier steps out of the box. Adam Frazier been all over the league. He's been in so many trade rumors over the years. The 2-2. Swing lifts it into center field. Harris will come in and make the catch, and down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. 2 down. Two up, 2 down. He gave up that base hit way back in the first batter he faced in the first inning. Other than that, he's only given up 1 walk. First pitch on the way is a cutter down and in. It's 1-0. In fact, the only guy he's not been able to get out is Michael Garcia. Everybody else so far is over. Garcia has a single, his first time up in the first. Is the 0-1. They're going to drop it down the line. Here comes the bunt. Riley's on top of it, and Tolbert's out by a mile. Royals go down. 1-2-3. Michael Garcia leads off the next inning. I want to see if he can get him out. We'll be back in a flash. Braves grab the bats when we return.
God, I just hate it that I have a dump truck ass and a great personality to boot.
I think that's the same safe we got last year from Sam's Club. Girl, yes, it's so much bigger and more roomy. You're gonna love it. I'm happy for y'all. Zach will be more than happy to come help. Yeah, he can definitely help get the smaller one downstairs and the bigger one up. Hold on. It's Jim and Carol. Be nice. You working out? I don't give a out. Yeah. We'll be over in about 45 minutes, if that sounds okay. Yeah, that'll be so much fun. I'll bring the kids.
Oh, this damn thing's leaking. I gotta go to Lowe's. Damn, I gotta work on that today.
Let's go to the beach.
Get the phone out of my face.
We were playing the Twins the last game of the year, and I think at one time they had to carry the numbers out 5 digits to see who was winning. I might have been hitting 332, 165. Hal McRae was hitting 332, 191, whatever. And I remember I got 3 hits that day, and my last at bat, I hit an inside the park home run.
Brad hit a routine fly ball to left, and the Minnesota left fielder didn't see it, didn't play it well. The wind was not much of a factor, a little bit, and the ball dropped. And Hal McRae thought, well, maybe they'd let the ball drop so George and not Mac could win the batting title.
All I did was hit it and run. I mean, I don't know what happened. And then Hal grounded out, and I ended up winning the batting championship, and Hal was pissed. And it took a little fun out of it.
Hal's emotions took over, and he started blaming Gene Mock, who was the manager of the Twins. That, hey, you told the white guy to let it fall in, and it got bad after the game.
Know that new sound you're looking for?
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss by Nick Allen. It's 0-1. Yeah, it seems like he leads off every inning. I feel like the Royals are doing some creative math over there with our lineup. The 0-1. Swing, slaps it through the hole. How about that? Little Nicky, just in the nick of time, gets a base hit. Let's go.
Hitting, not about muscle. Simple physics. Calculate the velocity V and
let's get some
trajectory
offense
G,
going
which
here.
G
My
gravity,
word.
of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
Uncle Charlie, I just realized that you've got our ball cap as your profile picture. Looks good. First pitch on the way to Profar is bunted down the line. It's 0-1. 0-1. Swing, slaps it towards the left. That's going to get down for a base hit. And 2 on, nobody out. The jerk store comes through.
Well, the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
Curveball by Harvey, the new pitcher.
It's smart. It's a smart
Fifth
line and a
reliever in the game.
And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Bolin pitched 2 innings. Other than that, everybody else 1 inning apiece. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is right down the pipe on the inner cut. It's 1-0. Just missed the edge. 1-0. That was a high bending curveball that Profar just shot the other way. See so many guys trying to take a swing at those curveballs that hang, and they try to lift them. Profar did the right thing there. He hit it straight on and slapped it to left. Harvey's having an issue with the pitch comm. CV Buckner's asking him, is it the pitch comm, or are you stalling because you've got runners on first and second, nobody out? Is it the pitch comm that's failing you, or is it the pitch arm? Hey, Mark Ricky Ricardo's in here. Oswaldo Perez, straight shooter. The whole gang's here. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. One count. Inside 2-1. We'll go ahead and pull the screen back. Leaving it there to see what Olson would look like hitting a home run there, but we'll go ahead and pull it back so you can see any kind of movement on the base paths. The 2-1 pitch. I'll do it on my other devices. I'm just curious. Someone hits a home run, what that looks like from the batter vision, as they call it. The 2-2 count. That did look like a strike. Olson didn't like it, but the 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2. So a full count to Olson. Runners on first and second, nobody out. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it into center. That's not going to get very deep. Isbell makes the catch. He'll fire it to third, and the runners will stay put, 1 away. One up, 1 down. Or 1 down, 2 on. I don't know what the heck I was saying there. Austin Riley coming to the plate. Harris on deck. If they keep the line moving, Marcell Ozuna is in the hole. Riley 0 for 2. Braves trying to crack on the scoreboard. Top of the 6th, 0-0. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Braves 0, Royals 0. Top of the 6th. Nothing else. They have found something they can do with Joey Wentz, and he's going to save them a ton of money being arbitration eligible next year. The 0-1 pops it up. Man, that's just a bad swing. Fastball in on his knees, and he did a big looping swing and pops it up over to first. 2 down. That's something you see in Little League. Michael Harris II, the batter. I know he's got a little bit of rust coming off the IL, but that's just he's got to fix that. 2 on, 2 out, and Harris, who's been the hottest batter on the Braves, he was the hottest batter in the National League last week, getting the NL Player of the Week. Just need a dink, a dunk, anything. A blooper, a seeing eye single, Texas leaguer, whatever you want to call it. It would score the runner from second. And if you get one down towards the gap, the speed on the base pass, you might score two. 2 on, 2 out. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a curveball. Around his shoelaces. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Way off the plate, 1-1. We'll probably know about Acuna by tomorrow, Mark. They're sending him back to Atlanta to get an MRI today. The 1-1 outside wide. Right there on the outer edge, 1-2. The initial indication is that it's inflammation and he'd be out 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not buying that. I don't think he's back in 2 or 3 weeks, but if you listen to the doctors on Twitter, they'll tell you he's be up and ready to go. The 1-2 chops it over towards second. It's going to be a tough play. Harris, man, I thought he beat that out. That was close. See if the Braves may want to challenge that. From my vantage point, of course, it's just blind reaction. See, no, I guess they don't want to challenge it. All right. Nothing, your score. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Take a look at the replays. We go to break.
Either I'm going to be quiet or I'm going to take it too far. There really is no in between.
Hey.
Stop. Don't do that.
Hey, no, I gotta say something. Hey, I don't know whose kid this is over here in the produce section, but he's breaking up all the eggs, and I gotta clean this up. I'm about to drop kick his ass, so I advise you to come get him.
Hey, Joe, Yahoo Sports. For the first time since 1975, this is the NBA Finals where you have 2 black head coaches. Given the plight sometimes of black head coaches in the NBA, do you think this is a significant moment? Do you take pride in this? How do you view this, or do you not see it at all?
I wonder how many of those have been Christian coaches.
Dogs know English. Dogs know the language in which you speak to them. You go to Mexico, they speak Spanish.
Oh, really? What's a Mexican dog sound like?
Hey, bark, bark.
You know
bow
what?
wow.
You're right.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Hey, man, bow wow.
There is getting revenge on someone, and then there's the story of Frank Chance and Jack Harper. During his playing career, Frank Chance was known for crowding the plate. During the first game of a doubleheader on May 30th, 1904, he was beaten 3 times by Red starting pitcher Jack Harper. The last one would knock him out cold. Despite a concussion, he would still manage to return for the second game of the doubleheader. Altogether that day, he would be beaten 4 times by Reds pitching. Fast forward 2 years, and again he would be beaten by Jack Harper. This time, not only was he playing for the Cubs, he was also their manager. Instead of charging the mound or having one of his pitchers throw at Harper in retaliation, he decided to execute the perfect revenge plot. Later that season, he trades for Jack Harper, and instead of throwing him in the rotation, he cuts his salary by 2/3 and benches him for the remainder of the season. At that time, organized baseball had a reserve clause. Harper had to pitch for the Cubs or no team at all. He never played professional baseball again. As the old saying goes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Please like and subscribe today. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Joey Wentz goes back out there for a 6th inning. They're getting much more out of him than they expected. First pitch on the way is dropped down for a bunt by Isbell. Knocks it foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 lefty-lefty matchup. Outside wide. Did he go around? He did not want to. One count. Swing and a miss. Cutter. 1-2. 1-2 count. Steps out of the box, gets back in. Wentz ready to roll. His 75th pitch of the afternoon. Down and away. Just misses. 2-2. The 2-2. Inside. Come on, CB. You've been given wide strike zones all day long. That one touched the outer edge. Didn't get the call. CB Buckner doing CB Buckner type things. The payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. So Wentz, he's about to face the only guy until that pitch that has gotten on base on him with a single and walk, Michael Garcia. See if they let him go through the order a third time. I can't imagine that was the original plan, but he's pitching so well, they may let it roll. Looks like they will. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. In the dirt. Nowhere near the zone. Curveball. It's 1-0. He might be running out of gas. Second time he's bounced one up there to this inning. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it. Into center. Harris misread it at first, but recovered. Coming in, making the catch. 1 down. He's done that a few times last couple of weeks. Misreading the ball. That one didn't cost him. You almost wonder, is it the shades he's using? Does he need a separate pair of shades to play the outfield? Because they're working on at the plate. Bobby Witt Jr., the batter. First pitch to the Witt is right there on the inner track. Four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. I believe that's Daysbel Hernandez warming up in the Braves bullpen, right-hander. The 0-1. Runner goes. Throw. It's going to come down, and they're going to get him. Pickoff play. Good pickoff by Joey Wentz. And Isbell, he is cooked chicken, baby. 2 down. I think the theory would be here, if you're playing this out, as Witt will now be at the plate with nobody on, 2 out. Vinny Pasquantino, Vinny P, is standing on deck. There are 2 outs in the inning. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. If he gets Bobby here, he may come out for the 7th for just the one batter. And then you've got nothing but right-handers, and that might be what Hernandez is set up for. They may bring in Hernandez to face Vinny P, but I think that's a dangerous thing to do. The 0-2 count. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Joey Wentz, cutter at the knees. Baby boy's got 7 strikeouts. We'll be back in a flash. Happy hour begins here in Braves country.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
Okay. Get it! Hey!
I put my pants on, one leg at a time. Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is a strike right there to Marcell Ozuna. Steven Cruz, the pitcher, excuse me. It's number 6 pitcher on the day for the Royals. It's a 4-seam fastball outside wide. It's 0-2. Here we go. The 0-2. Righty-righty matchup. Cruz can bring it. We saw him earlier in the series. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. It seems like every time the Braves go up against a bullpen game the last couple of years, the team just shuts us down. I don't know why more teams don't do it. Because the Braves batters, it's their approach, whatever. But they need to see a pitcher second or time through the order. It's a 1-2 inside, 2-2. 2-2 count. Outside wide, 4-seam fastball, full count. So he got the 0-2 count on Ozuna and quickly can't find the zone. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it up the middle. Easy play by Frazier. He'll rainbow one over to first base. 4-3. One away. One up, one down. Ozzie Albies 0 for 2, stands in, first pitch, P at the knees, 95 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Braves 3 hits, Royals 1. The only hits for the Braves today, Harris, Allen, and Profar. The 0-1, outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. No extra bases so far, the 1-1. Outside wide, 2-1. The lone base hit was by Garcia for the Royals. You've had one walk given up by the Royals. The 2-1 swung on, pops it up. Can of corn, very shallow left field, making the catch. Tolbert, 2 down. So you've had a total of 3 walks, 4 hits, just 7 base runners between the two teams, and we're about to finish the 7th inning. 2 outs here in the 7th. Sean Murphy, the batter. Feels like the first 1-1 wins this one. First pitch on the way is a slider off the plate. It's 0-1. One of the reasons why we have so few base runners because C.B. Buckner is behind the plate. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. He averages a much lower score when he is behind the plate than compared to other major league umpires because he expands his strike zone. Tell you what I don't like is Joey Wentz is over there feeling his top of his rotator cuff. Don't tell me this guy's hurt. One, 2 count. Righty. Sean Murphy trying to find his way on. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch, Braves country. Joey Wentz trying to go for his longest outing since 2023. Let's hurt another one of our guys. Let's just pitch him till the wheels fall off. Why not? This may be his last batter, Vinny P, as we talked about in the last inning. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is chopped foul. Back out of play. It's on 1. Fast-moving game here. Even though it's a bullpen game, the Royals, normally those take forever. Nothing, your score. Bottom of the 7th. The 0-1. Just off the plate. Actually called correctly. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Below the knees for a strike. 0-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. Vinny P didn't like the call. Can't say I blame him, but it was in the neighborhood, and that's what he's been calling all day. So just got to deal with it. Nothing you can do about it. 1-2. Way outside wide. 2-2. 2-2 count. And tomorrow night, the trade deadline ends. The Braves go to Cincinnati, and the National Football League returns the 2-2. Fouls it straight back. Do it once again. They got the Hall of Fame game. I think they do their induction Saturday night. I don't know why Major League Baseball, I was talking to my wife about this the other day, and I've been saying this for a few years, but they do the 2-2, down and away, full count. They do the induction ceremony on a Sunday afternoon, baseball does. The NFL is at least smart about it, does it on a Saturday night. I still think you're better off doing it in the middle of the week, in the summer where there's not a lot to watch, especially if your baseball is the payoff. Inside, just misses, I guess, and he'll lose that batter. That could be it for Wentz. It's his 89th pitch. The rest of the guys do it in this inning are right-handers, and you've got a right-hander warming up in the bullpen, righty and a lefty. I think they've sat Daysbel down, and that looks like it's definitely Dylan Lee, and I believe that's Pierce Johnson. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 92. Perez chases it out of the zone. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Pops it up. Murph gives chase over to the first base dugout, but it'll bend out of play. But my idea is, why in the world do you not do the Hall of Fame induction a couple days after the All-Star game? Because they don't play Thursday night games anymore. They were doing them for a while out of the All-Star break. They don't do them anymore. The 0-2. Swing, lifts it high. Down the left field line, giving chase. Who wants it? Who's going to get it? And Allen fighting the sun. Could not find it. It bounces a bit out of his reach. Would have thought that this just tells you Profar is not a great defensive player. Typically, that's the left fielder's ball, and he's going to call you off coming in. He's got a better read on it, but he got a terrible jump himself. Riley, it's a miracle Riley's down there near the ball. He shouldn't be anywhere near it. Third baseman, he's out there still hoofing it, even with this team 16 under 500. The 0-2, inside 1-2. One-two count. Up top, did he go around 94 miles an hour? They said he held up. 2-2. look like he went around. Even the Kansas City cast saying he got away with one. 2-2 count. Wentz fires it in. Swing, dribbles it over to second. Short, this should be an easy double play. 6-4-3 it is, 2 down. We think some of our guys run slowly. I don't know if anyone runs slower than Salvador Perez these days. And that's going to be it for Joey Wentz. They just didn't have the bullpen ready because there's no way you would have intentionally had him face Perez. But they're going to go get the right-hander out. Should get a bit of a standing ovation from the few Braves that are out there in Kansas City. We'll be back in a flash. Great outing by Joey Wentz. He won't get the win, though. Looks like Pierce Johnson's coming in. Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show, Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio.
The armchair quarterback, he's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man. With a cool one in his head.
Joey Wentz, 6 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts. This is the first pitch on the way from Pierce Johnson. Is a curveball up top. It's 0-1. Randall Grichuk, the batter. The 0-1, right down the pipe. 0-2. Curveball. 6 2/3, 1 hit, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, 95 pitches. I mean, he's become the ace of the staff at this point, the 0-2, down and away 1-2. He'll drop his ERA all the way down to 5.02. Remember, he was north of 8 when he came to the Braves just a few weeks ago. The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. Two count. Man, would that be a heck of a combo, Nara, if we had Contreras still and Drake Baldwin. The 2-2 lifts it into center field, coming in, making the running catches. Harris, and that'll end the inning. So here we go, top of the 8th. That's our inning, right? That's what I've been told. 0-0 your score. Goose eggs in the land of Oz.
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's watermelon. Inside a watermelon.
All I want to tell you is school's not important. Be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a dog, you know?
Why is it when you meet an American in another country and you ask where they're from, they will never say the United States or America, but instead they will always say either the state they're from or the city. When I'm overseas and somebody asks me where I'm from, I'll say Australia, the country I'm from. And then I'll say Sydney if they ask. When I was in Spain, I asked this woman where she's from, and she says, I'm from California. And I know California is very largely recognized on a world scale, but just say America.
Why is it that if the government finds diamonds or oil in your backyard, it's government property? But if they find drugs, it's yours?
It never affected me and Hal's friendship. I always considered him one of the closest teammates, but winning your first batting championship and then there's a little bit of controversy, it took a little fun out of it.
Here we are, we're supposed to be celebrating, let's go to the playoffs, and it was a little tense there. But then it smoothed over real quickly and it was forgotten.
Now let's meet the starting lineup. Here's the man who guided the Yankees to their first postseason play in 12 years, the Yankee manager, Billy Martin.
I had said something before the playoffs. I'm 23 years old. And they said, hey, first playoff playing the Yankees. I said, yeah, I'd really like to beat them because they traded my brother. That's all it was. And then Billy's in the dugout. Your brother was horse shit. That's why we traded him. You. Stuff like that. You know, Billy being Billy. And I'm going, what's wrong with this dude?
Bueno, do you know Jesus? My cousin Jesus? No. Did you get deported? Are you with immigration?
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. 0-0 your score. We go to the 8th inning. Lucas Urqueg, who we saw last night, comes into the game. First pitch on the way is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball to the Eli White. It's 0-1. It's their 7th pitcher of the game. Baldwin stands on deck, by the way, the 0-1. Chop foul, it's 0-2. He'll pinch hit for Nick Allen. Oh, 2 count. Pitch on the way, changeup. Misses inside, 1-2. 1-2 in the dirt. Good take by Eli. Two count. Outside wide. 3-2. Full count to Eli White. Brings it. Swing. Chops that foul right on it. In on his hands. We added one for y'all here. We'll probably find a better version down the road, but here you go for your 8th inning. The magical 8th, as y'all like to say. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it into center field. It's going to be caught by Urseg. Excuse me, not by Urseg. Urseg's pitching by Isbell. What's the deal with these names here in Kansas City? One down. They don't have a Jones or a Johnson or a Smith. One up, one down. For some reason, they're going out there to talk to Urseg. And for some reason on your screen, we've got a Drake Baldwin has entered the chat on the mound. I think that's actually the catch for Kansas City. They just have the wrong jersey on. But it looks like that Drake Baldwin went out there to talk, to get involved in their conversation. Everybody looking over. What the hell are you doing here? Get out of here. Drake Baldwin, first pitch on the way, is down and in. It's 1-0. Drake just like, man, I'm trying to break up this scoreless game here. Give the fans something to watch. Baldwin pinch hitting for Allen, which means Luke Williams will come in for defense. 1-0. chops it foul off his instep. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing, pops it back foul. 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled straight back, 1-2. So a 1-2 count to Drake Baldwin. Urseg stands in, infield back and to the right. Pitch high and out of the zone, 98 miles an hour, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing, slaps it down the third base line. That's going to be a base hit. It'll be an infield single. Is an accidental hit against the shift, but we'll take it. And Drake Baldwin gets on. And they're going to pinch run Luke Williams to him.
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Soldered off foul. It's not where he was aiming, but we'll take it. He was a touch behind it, and it corkscrewed towards the foul territory grass. Garcia picks it up. Luke, with much better speed, will pinch run, and he'll stay in for defense. I'll be interested to see after the deadline, after all the dust clears, do we continue to carry three catchers with Acuna on the IL? They'll flip it over to first, keep the runner close by. And they almost got him. Did they get him? That's close. That's really close. Doesn't look like they're going to challenge it, so okay. Pitch on the way, runner goes, and Luke Williams has that base stolen with ease. He took off like a bat out of hell. And you're not picking this one off. Yeah, he was gone before he ever lifted his foot to head to home. That was actually a really good throw by Furman to make it that close. First pitch on the way is inside, four-seam fastball. It's 1-1. So 1-1 count to Profar. That pitch did miss the zone, by the way. It was out of the zone, but it wasn't an intentional pitch out. 1-1. 97 grabs the top. Come on, man. 1-2. Profar biting his lip, shaking his head. I mean, that pitch was definitely out of the zone. You can't bend it all east, west, north, south. The 1-2 pops it up. Catch is made by the shortstop, F6 in your scorecard, Bobby Witt Jr. Go ahead run. Potential winning run stands at second base, Luke Williams, and Matt Olson will come to the plate. One thing I don't think happens with this Braves team is that there's not a lot of conversation with the guys, because typically, as the first pitch off the plate, outside wide, it's 1-0. Guys heading back to the dugout, you'll tell the guys throughout the game, man, and he's calling them wide, he's calling them high, he's doing that. But you'll see the Braves do the same thing over and over again, taking pitches. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, high and out of the zone, 2-0. Not saying that Profar should have swung at that pitch. He had one strike on him. You don't want to swing at a pitch out of the zone. But it's still really is frustrating when a team is struggling, and then you're getting those kind of calls too. The 2-0 outside wide 3-0. Surprised they don't go ahead and put Olsen on. Standing on deck is Riley, which would be a righty-righty matchup. Out of town scoreboard real quick. The Cubs are all over the Brewers 8-3 in the 7th in Milwaukee. The 3-0. Swing and a miss. Change up 3-1. White Sox and Phillies, they're in a rain delay in the Windy City. They're in the home of NASA. Astros 9, Nationals 1. Giants and Pirates just underway. Out west. San Francisco nothing, Pittsburgh nothing. 3-1 swing. Chops it over to second, and that's going to just get in the glove of Frazier, who flips it to first. 4-3 on your putout. And the Braves once again come up goose eggs. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Every time I order a cheeseburger, I make it a double so that a vegan out there in the world isn't actually making a difference.
30 minutes before we're gonna leave, you give me the heads up. I'll go to the bathroom, I'll crap the booze out, have a mint, good to go.
Crap and a mint.
Crap the booze out.
It works?
Sorta. Yeah. I'll check you guys later.
Popped up into short right, foul ball. Bensinger wants it. Cincinnati, the champions of baseball for 1990, with an improbable sweep over Oakland.
I don't fire everyone. I don't know. I just, it's been good. I just don't want to know anymore. Thank you. No. Fire everyone.
Billy being Billy. And I'm going, what's wrong with this dude? I never even said 2 words about it. And I remember that year in spring training, my brother was with him. And first time I ever faced my brother Ken. He's pitching for the Yankees in spring training, comes over to Fort Myers. He always said he was going to drill me. First pitch he threw was kind of up and in, and then he threw me a fastball. I hit a home run over the center field fence off him. And as I'm rounding third base, pitchers don't normally just stand on the mound. He comes over and he shakes my hand before I get to home plate. And we're laughing. So he goes back to the dugout, and Billy, as a joke, all the guys in the Yankee dugout, they get up and sit down the right field line, and my brother is sitting in the dugout all by himself. So I thought Billy had a sense of humor. That year in the playoffs, he did not have a sense of humor, and he never had a sense of humor about me the rest of his life. I never was his friend and didn't want to be his friend.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Why is it every time they go into the Braves television booth, BG is always stuffing his face, eating with his mouth open on camera? First pitch on the way from Dylan Lee, who enters the game as a 4-seam fastball in the dirt. It's 1-0. Nobody wants to see Eddie Munster eat with his mouth full of food. The 1-0. Right there at the knees. 1-1. Good slider there by Dylan Lee. I'm just ready for this. Glad this is the last game before the trade deadline. I want to know who's staying, who's going, who's with this squad going forward. The 1-1. Swing. 1-2. He must have gotten a piece of it. Didn't look like he touched it, but it got a piece of his back leg, Furman, the batter. The 1-2 count. Yeah, I don't know, Pete. I don't know what that conversation is about the whole likes thing. What I said at the beginning was that we had a couple of radio stations that were running a contest is the 1-2 down and in 2-2, and those stations, I'm not going to get into the whole thing of what they're doing with it, but they're running a contest with the radio station. The 2-2 swing, dribbles it over to short, fires it over to first, 6-3 put out, 1 down. So I was just telling people that if you saw a an abnormal number of likes. That's why, because they're telling their listeners to go into Braves Country Radio, smash the like. Hopefully some subscriptions will come along the way as well, but they're doing it to give stuff away. So that's, and I don't know the details of both radio stations, what they're giving away, but they're running commercials during our commercial breaks to tell folks about it. Adam Frazier takes the first pitch up top, first strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 0-1. Bangs it down the right field line. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Swing, fouls it away. Pitch out of the zone, 1-2. One-two count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him with the slider. Good pitch. You're just joining us, like Jameson Taylor. Joey Wentz went 6 2/3, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, a hit allowed, just 1 hit. Pierce Johnson cleaned up the 7th inning, and then Dylan Lee is on now. The Kansas City Royals have used 7 relief pitchers in their bullpen game. His first pitch on the way to Tolbert is a slider. It hit the zone, didn't get the call. Shocker, it's 1-0. 1-0. Slaps it over the head of Riley. He made a leaping attempt, but he was in even with the bag, and that just got over his head. The light-hitting Tolbert gets on with the base hit with 2 outs. He's got pretty good speed, and that'll bring Michael Garcia to the plate. See if the Braves stay with Lee. You got 2 right-handers coming up, the next 2 batters. First pitch on the way. Oh, I'm sorry, Isabel is the batter. I keep skipping him in my head for some reason. Isabel stands in. If Isabel gets on, I would think they would go to a right-hander because you got Garcia and Witt before Pascatino comes on. 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. 2-0 count. I know what it is. In the past, they've said that Tolbert normally bats 9th. There was a debate in a Kansas City chat that I saw this morning. It keeps sticking in my head that he's the number 9 hitter, but he's not today. He's the number 8. 3 games, we've had 3 different left fielders for the Royals. The 2-0. Right there for a strike, 2-1. So we're not the only fan base that questions and complains about the batting order. 2-1 count. Swing, chops it over to second. That's going to get us out of the inning. Ozzie to Olsen, 4-3. We go to 9. It's tied in the land of Oz. Kansas City nothing, Atlanta nothing.
Georgia Tech put a 222-point smackdown on the University of Cumberland. But I don't think the full story of the game gets told nearly enough. And that starts with this man named John Heisman. And you might be familiar with that name. They named a pretty big award after him. But at the time, Heisman was coaching baseball and football at Georgia Tech. Heisman was nothing if not a very proud man, and so when Cumberland University put a 22-0 smackdown on his baseball team in the spring, he put his eyes on the fall football date for some revenge. Cumberland disbanded their football team heading into the 1916 season, but he realized that he could fine them $3,000 if they refused to play the game that they had originally agreed to. This is 1916, and that's equivalent to about $84,000 today. Enter George E. Allen, who would later go on to become a pretty notable career politician, but at the time was the captain of Cumberland's baseball team. The university tasked him with getting together some of his fraternity brothers and law school students and making a football team. So George E. Allen and Cumberland show up for this game, and it's worth remembering that football isn't the prominent sport it is today at this time. Most of these guys have never played before and aren't even familiar with the rules of the game. But that was just music to the ears of John Heisman, who proceeded to unleash one of the most vicious rushing attacks you will ever hear about in your life. 26 attempts for 922 yards. 17 of those 26 attempts, that's 65%, were house calls. Georgia Tech didn't throw the ball a single time. They didn't need to. They were averaging 35 yards per carry. On the flip side, Cumberland carried 27 times for negative 42 yards with 9 fumbles. They attempted 18 passes, of which 2 were completed, unless you count the 6 that were completed to Georgia Tech, and they gained 14 yards. 6 of their plays gained positive yardage. They never played Georgia Tech in an athletic event again.
First pitch on the way to Austin Riley from Estevez, the closer. We saw him last night. Is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 94 misses high and out of the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. You got Riley, Harris, and Ozuna, the heart of the order, due up. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 95. Well behind that one, 1-2. If he goes back to the off speed or tries to bring some more heat, Riley 0 for 3, a strikeout, a foul out, a ground out. Outside wide, 2-2. All he needs is a pop out to get the out cycle. The 2-2 count. Swing, lifts it. High down the right field line, but fouling out of play. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it into left field, and that's going to be a line out. Hard hit ball, but right at the defender, Tolbert. One away. Thought he might get that down into the gap, but no dice. Michael Harris II comes to the plate. First pitch on the way. Swing. Comeback right at the pitcher. Atom ball. L1 of your scorecard, 2 down. Good reaction by Estevez. It's probably going to be an out anyways. They had him played to pull. So he's been doing that quite a bit. Hard hit ball. Well, actually, no. If he doesn't make it, that's going to get through. But it's right at the pitcher. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer. High and out of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. Ozuna takes a big hack at that one. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swung on. Chops that over to second. 4-3. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Braves go down in order once again. Nothing. Can we click our heels? There's no place like home here in Kansas City.
You know how it works, right? You get the good-looking one, you get the friend, and I take the fat one.
Would you punch me in the face for $1 billion?
I punch you in the face for $40. $1 billion? $1 billion. I would hit you with a snow shovel in front of your mom. For $1 billion? $1 billion. I don't even care if I have to pay taxes on it.
What is your number one takeaway from
this team? Sucks. I'm telling you, they stink.
Foul on number 99 of the defense. After he tackled the quarterback, he's giving them business down there at the 15-yard penalty.
Some sunshine, 60, Thursday partly sunny skies, and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
She means beer. Guys, she means beer. Don't put me on YouTube. My God.
So emotions were high as the Royals' first ever postseason began, and the series would match the intensity, with the teams trading wins over the first 4 games, which set up a deciding Game 5 in New York.
I had a feeling that George was going to do something dramatic. It didn't take a genius to figure that out because he did a lot of very dramatic things.
In the top of the 8th, the Royals would be trailing by 3 runs when Brett got his chance to do something dramatic, stepping to the plate with 2 runners on against lefty Grant Jackson.
Charlie Loud, my hitting coach, he kind of, come here, I want to talk to you. Standing on the on-deck circle, I go over to the dugout, and he says, this guy really has a tough time getting the ball away from left-handers. Move off the plate another inch or 2, and just react.
I talked to George yesterday, and he said he doesn't try to go for home runs unless the situation warrants it. He represents a tying run.
High drive, hit to right field. It's gone. There it is. The ball game is tied. And you can hear the quiet of this crowd.
Welcome back, Braves country. Most likely the last time you will see Raciel Iglesias in a Braves uniform, or at least this year. You never know, he may come back around. That was probably the last at bat from Ozuna. I failed to mention that. First pitch on the way is a changeup at the knees. This time he's pinching the zone. Just want to know. 1-0. Right there for a strike, 1-1. Righty-righty matchup. Michael Garcia, the batter. They got the top of the order due up for the Royals. The 1-1, 95 right down the pipe. One, 2. Swing, slices it towards right. Making the run and catches the Book of Eli. 1 away. One up, one down, and that'll bring Bobby Witt Jr. to the plate. First pitch, sinker at the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1, up top misses, 1-1. If we get this to the 9th inning, Ozzie Albies leads us off, which means Ozuna's your ghost runner. They'll pinch run for him. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. This is where you wish you still had Stuart Fairchild on the team. But you do have Jared Kelenic, so he may be out there pinch running. You don't want to put Sandy Leone out there. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. So if we get through this 9th, extra innings will be the ghost runner, either Ozuna, Kelenic, or they think Sandy Leone's faster. I don't know if he is. First pitch on the way to Vinny P is 96 at the knees. It's 0-1. Good to see you, Velvet. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. This could only help Raziel Iglesias' stock if he can go 1-2-3 through this order. The 0-2 count. Swing pops it up. High into left field. Profar's got it, and that'll end the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. We're going to extra innings here in Braves country.
Quit slow blinking at me.
I'm sorry.
I would like to rear up and jackknife my legs and kick you both in the jaw with my foot bone. I'll chew through you. Slow blinking eyes. I will chew off your eyelids. You won't slow blink at me, will you?
Did you drink before you came here?
No, but I'm going to start drinking. Probably I'm going to start with Karen Carpenter's head. I'm going to rip her head off, and then I'm going to come back and light you on fire.
That's completely uncalled for.
Really? Do you think it is? Off, Jill. God, everybody hates you. God.
Jim Simpson with Mickey Mantle and Sandy Koufax. And stay tuned now for the fourth game of the 1969 World Series.
Tom Seaver with the pitch. Changes speed, gets it in there for a call strike. Breaking pitch, it's 1-1. Bunts the ball, a good one. It's taken now by Rickett, close to first. That is hit him in the back. Here comes the winning run. The ball is in play. The Mets win the ball game. The Mets win the ball game by a score of 2-1.
Don't bother me. I hold grudges. I don't give a damn. I still hate mother from middle school. I don't wish none of you well. All of you.
But it turned out that the biggest moment of George Brett's career to that point would be just a footnote in baseball history.
We'll go to the bottom of the ninth inning now, and Chris Chambliss steps up, and the crowd comes alive here. Delivers high drive, hits it right center field.
That's gone.
Gone.
Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant for the New York Yankees.
George, when you hit the home run, you're not a home run hitter, but two were on at the time. Were you going for a home run at that time, George? Yeah. No base hit, going for the 3-run home. The fence is 310 feet. I think I can hit one that far. So I tried to hit one 310 feet.
Well, here we go. Free baseball here in Braves country. Extra innings work, and it will be Kelnick. Kid Kelnick back on the scene. You knew he was in the dugout, just didn't see him with the jersey on, so you didn't know if if he was fatigued. But first pitch on the way, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Figured he would be out there, but sometimes they won't have a guy come in. He just gets into the dugout. The 0-1, high and out of the zone, 1-1. So 1-1 count. Kelnick. I'm going to pull the screen back so you can see him. Back to the Braves after the injury to Acuna. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two count. Long brings it. Swing, slaps it towards right. Is that going to stay fair? Just foul. Ozzie Albies almost found pay dirt down there. That would have scored a run, and he would have at least been on second base. The 1-2. Fouls it down the left field line this time, high down the line, but it'll get into the crowd. Braves nothing, Royals nothing. Man, can you imagine if you went to this game, you're sitting in the hot sun in Kansas City and you haven't seen a single run scored? Oof. The 1-2. Swing, ropes it towards left. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kelnick will go station to station. He wasn't sure if Bobby Witt was going to get to that, and if he got to that, Kelnick would have been dead meat. So good base running by Bobby. by Jared with Bobby over there. With his range, we've seen it several times today. He made that look closer than it should have been. So runners on the corners and one out as the whiz comes through.
I'm the whiz, I'm the whiz, I'm the whiz, I'm the whiz, and nobody beats me.
Sean Murphy, your batter, first pitch on the way. 75-mile-an-hour curveball at the knees. It's 0-1. They've got the infield in to the left. I don't know if I'm doing that in Kansas City. I think I'm playing double play in the infield midway. The 0-1 pops it back foul 0-2. You're going to have the ghost runner as well. I think some teams play this wrong. If you're going to have the ghost runner as well, the biggest thing you want to prevent here if you're Kansas City is a big inning. I see the Braves do the same thing in extra innings. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. The 0-2. Swing, ropes it down the line. Foul. Just foul. See, that hit right there, if that's just a little bit to the right, that's going to be extra bases. And if the infield's back, Garcia's going to have a chance to knock that down. Oh, just missed. Had wicked English on it and bumped towards the foul territory just at the last second. The 0-2, swing, pops it up, back out of play. Had to defend that. That was right there on the up. Almost took off Kelnick's head going by. That would be on Brown for 2025. Call Kelnick up and he gets decapitated. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sean Murphy down on strikes once again. The haters of Sean Murphy, that's what they point at. They always point at the fact that, yeah, he'll get hot. He'll hit some home runs. He's so streaky that you can't rely on him in a big, and I can't argue with it. I just think that's what they're going to do in the offseason. The pitching coach is coming out there, Brian Sweeney. He's coming out there to have a quick powwow on how they want to play this. Eli White due up, and they might be thinking about there could be a squeeze play. You got speed all over the base paths. So a squeeze play would work if Eli can execute the bunt. And with the left-hander on the mound, you could go for a suicide squeeze. Lefty-righty matchup. Infield is in. I want to see a suicide squeeze. Put some action in this. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. That would actually be fun to watch. Remind you of the old days, the 1980s baseball. St. Louis Cardinal Whitey ball. You even saw the Braves do it from time to time. The 0-1. Curveball on the outer edge. 0-2. That's a perfect pitch. If he punches that down the first base line, the Braves are going to score. Ozzy's going to be at second, and Eli may have beaten it out. The 0-2 count. Chops it down the line, foul. So Eli now has to either get a fly out, punch it over the infield. Infield single, something to get that run home. The 0-2. Swing, fouls it away. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. The 0-2. Caught looking, strike 3. That's why you try to do a squeeze play with Eli White. Game on the line. Instead, it'll be Luke Williams. You could try a squeeze play with Luke, but there are 2 outs. Guy batting 105 on the year, you probably got just as good a chance of that coming true as a base hit. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch on the way, check swing, curve ball, bops it into the first base dugout. It's 0-1. Luke Williams is trying to find anyway. Now the infield's back into the left. There is a big hole on the right side with the first baseman holding on Ozzie. The 0-1, they set up inside. Swing! That ball's lifted to left, and making the running catch is Tolbert. That'll end the inning. Braves come up snake eyes here in the top of the 10th. We'll see if they can keep him at bay in the bottom of the 10th when we return.
The next time one of y'all want to move to Florida, okay. It's 9:45 p.m., dark as outside, and I'm having to sit in front of my fan to cool my fat ass off because I was just in the kitchen, in my place, sweating like a prize pig from doing what you might ask. Not manual labor, not yard work, not exercise. I was washing the dishes. I hated it.
Y'all, I'll go 2 to 3 days without spending money and be proud of myself just to blow $600 in 1 hour on day 4.
You still love me?
Of course I still love you. I love you no matter what.
What does that mean, no matter what?
Nothing, just that I love you.
No matter what means you love me even though I have some sort of problem, like no job or no money or Biggie can't fit through doorway.
Tony Gwynn. Just how good was he? How much time do you have? He faced 18 Hall of Famers in his career for a total of 541 plate appearances. In those at-bats, he batted .331 with a .371 on-base percentage. In his entire 20-year career, he only struck out 434 times. Since he debuted, a hitter has finished a season with a batting average above .350 only 46 times. Tony Gwynn accounts for 7 of them. He had 19 straight seasons where he batted above .300. The only season he didn't was his rookie year. He finished his career with a .302 batting average with 2 strikes. Even better, in 1994, he hit close to 400 in 2 strike counts. 6 times in Padres history, a player has recorded 200 hits. 5 of them belong to Tony Gwynn. 45 times he recorded 4 hits in a game. Greg Maddux and Pedro Martinez faced him 138 times combined, and neither was able to strike him out. He is the only major leaguer to win 4 batting titles, each in 2 separate decades. Despite only having more than 90 RBIs in a season once, he had a career .349 average with runners in scoring position. 11 times in his career, he didn't strike out in 20 straight games. His longest streak without a strikeout was 39 straight games in 1995. And that's just the best stuff I could find. Before I end this, I'll ask you one question. Who is the best hitter in your lifetime? Let me know in the comments.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. It'll be Daysbull Hernandez. First pitch on the way to Salvador Perez. He's right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Melendez is running for Vinny P. So he is the ghost runner out at second. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it, and that's going to win the game. Walk-off single by Salvador Perez, and the Braves lose 1-0. Melendez comes home to score as Eli tries his best to fire it into the infield, but they'll mob him at the first base line, and we lose another series. Win the game 1. This is becoming routine. We win game 1, lose this one in 10. I guess the only good thing you can take out of this, Joey went 6 2/3 and 7 strikeouts. He did walk 3, but he only gave up 1 hit. And he is a guy that is starting to eat some innings, and this could be a guy that we could lean on next year. I still prefer more in a bullpen role because of his lack of pitches. Remember, Kansas City ranks towards the bottom of the major leagues in offense, especially since the beginning of May. But the Braves lose a tough one. We will fall to now 17 under 500. They better get hot, Mark, if we're going to hit that 500 mark. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Reds game, we're going to do 5:30 is the trade deadline. We'll see you then. And then 7 o'clock is the Braves Red series. It starts, remember, that's Thursday night at 7. 12:40 on Friday is its getaway day in Cincinnati. And then we go to Bristol on Saturday night. The Braves are off on Sunday. Y'all have a great one, Braves country. Lose another tough one. Good piece of hitting by Salvador Perez there to win the game. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar on a stern and distant shore. Kill him, kill the umpire, shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, strike two. Fraud! Cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence. his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.